I've recently had a few people suggest that I go back to some of my old reviews and do a long-term follow-up. When I look back to get some ideas, I realised that I'd never actually reviewed these boots when I bought them. Having now worn them a lot over the last 3 or so years, I thought this is a perfect opportunity to give you a full-on long-term review of the TCX Drifter. Let's start with the technical aspects of this boot. I guess you'd call it more of a vintage style adventure tall boot, coming in this waxed aged brown leather as it does. They have a microfiber padding in the front and the rear of the boot that provides extra comfort and flexibility, and there's also a tough suede heat guard on the inside of the calf. The boots are waterproof and feature a T-Dry lining, which is TCX's own proprietary membrane. The TPU shin protectors are tough but not too obtrusive, and the 3 buckle fixings are easy to operate and easy to adjust. There's ankle protection on both the medial and lateral sides, and the treaded rubber sole is replaceable if and when you wear it out. That's a quick overview of the technical aspects, but what you want to know is how they've performed over thousands of miles in all sorts of weather conditions. Just by comparing them to a brand new pair, you can see how well they've held up. I have to admit to hardly ever cleaning them other than brushing off dried mud every now and again, but they've taken the abuse. The only real damage that I've seen to the boots is the stitching on the shift panel on my left boot has worn through. The pad is still there, it hasn't come off, but it's just worn through some of the stitching. But that's not bad considering how much I've worn these over the last 3 or so years. For that little bit of stitching to wear through, I don't really see that as a problem. Fit wise, they're pretty true to size. To be fair, I'm a half size, so I generally have to go half a size up in my riding boots, which I did with these, and they've been great. Plenty of room to get a decent thickness sock in, but not too sloppy to be able to wear a thinner sock when it warms up. The boots are incredibly comfortable on first wear, and when you've broken them in, it's like putting on a pair of slippers. Very protective slippers, mind you. The aluminium buckles have worked faultlessly and make it very easy to get a firm yet comfortable fit around your foot and lower leg. The sole has also proved to be grippy and hard wearing. They offer particularly good grip and feel on the foot pegs. It was only thick mud that affected their performance a little as they clogged up, and there's just been a little bit of wear on the centre studs. Again, that's from the foot pegs. Looking for comments from other owners, I have read some reports of people saying that the membrane can't put up with persistent heavy rain. But the only time I ever had any water ingress in these boots was when I went through a ford a little bit too fast and I managed to force water down the top of the boot, and that's going to happen regardless of how good the waterproofing is. But in general wear, in all weathers, they have kept my feet dry and warm. I guess at some point the membrane will break down, but so far so good. The ankle protection is good, with comfortable armour covering the inside and outside of the ankle. There is no ankle bracing, so they may not be as protective as some boots on the market, but there is a trade-off with comfort, which I was happy to take. The boots still feel tough, but they don't hinder your walking when off the bike. In fact, I think you'll probably go hiking in these with no problems. The shin guard offers decent protection. I've had a few whacks on the shin from stones and branches, and they've kept me safe. They're also not so thick that it's hard to get a trouser over the top. If you wear them with skinnier jeans, they can go inside easily too. In truth, it's been hard to find fault with them. The biggest downside is that it's not easy to keep the waxed vintage leather looking fresh, but that's pretty minor, and I think they look better when they're a bit grungy anyway. At $259.99, I think they're reasonably priced given how tough these boots have proved to be, but I have found some at a discounted rate, and I've left a link in the description down below if you want to go and check those out. I'm sure this particular pair will keep going for a few more years yet, but when they do come to wear out, I hope that TCX keep this Drifter boot in their range. If you're looking for this type of boot, then I hope this has been a useful video. If you like the video, hitting the like button would be fantastic. What's even better is hitting the subscribe button. So if you haven't done that yet, please do so. It is much appreciated. Now, I'm going to go back and revisit some of my old reviews to bring you a long-term update. Those items that I've still got, of course. So if you've got anything you'd like to see, then let me know in the comment section down below and I'll try to get around to that. And that just leaves me to say thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.